Thank you, South Central, for hosting a Pink Out game to raise awareness and money for breast cancer. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and supporting our volleyball girls, wearing pink, buying raffle tickets, buying baked goods, and for just being here. My name is Christy Campbell. I have been a special education teacher for 14 years. I used to teach at the 4th and 5th grade building in Farina, but for the last 7 years I've been teaching at Centralia High School. I was asked to speak before you today because I am a breast cancer survivor. My story starts in July 2007 when I had my very first mammogram. The technicians told me not to worry if I was asked to return for a second mammogram because they had nothing to compare it to. So when they called me back, I wasn't worried. After the second mammogram, the doctor wanted to do a sonogram. He pointed out 2 spots on my right breast. He immediately scheduled me for a needle biopsy. I had to wait a whole week for the results. On August 9th, 2007, my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, I found out that I had stage 2 breast cancer. The doctor told me that I was very lucky that I had had the mammogram because I would have never found the lumps in a self-exam. They were located in the very center of my breast on my chest wall. The good news was that it was not in my lymph nodes. The bad news was that the particular type of cancer that I had was a fast-growing kind at a 75% rate, so the treatment that I had to endure was very aggressive. What followed was 2 very long years of the following: a lumpectomy, a port placement, chemo, heart surgery, chemo again, radiation, being diagnosed with a brain tumor, more radiation, finding another lump in my breast, a radical mastectomy, tons of reconstructive surgery, and a hysterectomy. I would have to say that the chemo was the hardest on my body and mind. I was sick all the time with aches and pains that never seemed to go away. The steroids my oncologist put me on made me swell up and gain a lot of weight. After chemo treatment number 7, I came home and took a shower knowing that I would spend the next 3 days in bed, sick and puking. As I showered, my hair began to fall out in my hands. I don't think I had really cried until that day. I sat down in the shower and cried for hours while I tried to clean the drain out of all of my hair. I didn't go anywhere without a hat, not even in my own home. I had 5 children watching my every move. I didn't want to scare them any more than they already were. People began looking at me differently, staring at me in Walmart. I was so embarrassed to be bald. I know that may sound very vain to you, but once my hair fell out, I guess I couldn't deny it anymore. It didn't matter how many cute hats I had. It was there for everyone to see, including myself. I had cancer. One day, while I was sitting at my doctor's for a chemo treatment, I came across an article in a magazine discussing how a positive attitude and our emotions play a huge part in helping us maintain healthy bodies. I laughed because my grandmother was a hypochondriac that always had something wrong with her, and she lived to the ripe old age of 82. She was always moaning and groaning about a non-existent disease that she just knew she had and was dying of. She ran a lot of her family off because she was always so negative and whining. I didn't want to be like that. So I decided to concentrate on the positive things. If the doctors can help my body with medicine, then I was going to help my body by improving my mindset and making it more hopeful and positive. What I began doing was making a list of the blessings cancer brings. Here is what I came up with. The unconditional love of my family and friends are life's most precious jewels. The sound of my beautiful children's laughter always brings a smile to my face. My parents are my own personal angels. My mother, my best friend. My father, my advisor. The reality of what a blessed life I have lived over the years. Knowing others are praying for me, some people of which I have not had the pleasure to meet yet. I learned to rely on my faith in God. I have learned to accept help from others. It helps heal us both at the same time. Every day is a gift. Accept them one day at a time. I count my blessings every day with gratitude, no matter how great or how small. There are angels on earth. They walk among us constantly doing good deeds for others. I say I love you with greater conviction and more often than ever before. I have learned that illness does not equal frailty, that courage does not come without tears, and that compassion is not the same as pity. Breast cancer is every woman's nightmare, but it's not a death sentence. Now that I am a breast cancer survivor, Do you want to know what one of the best things is? Rolling down the window in my van, driving home, no matter how hot or how cold it is, and feeling the wind blow in my hair. Please remember to do self-exams at least once a month and get your mammograms scheduled. Early detection is essential. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me and my children. Your care and concern are what helped us all get through it together. Thank you.